Hey guys, Nintendrew here. It's time for another installment in my Rarest Game series. Today we'll count down through the most expensive and sought-after trophies of the Nintendo Entertainment System library. You might want to sit down for this one, some of these prices are unbelievable. Let's take a look. Alright, so just to set the stage here before we begin, this list will cover the rarest NES titles that were officially licensed by Nintendo and published in the US. So I won't be covering games like the Nintendo World Championships cartridges because those were not available to the general public. And we also won't go over games like the Myriad 6-in-1 cartridge, Cheetah 2, or Bubble Bath Babes, because they were not officially licensed releases. This list is simply the rarest games that were licensed and sold in North America. So with that in mind, starting off in 5th place is Bonk's Adventure. The Bonk series was the leading franchise of the TurboGrafx-16 console throughout the early 90s, but the franchise also had a little-known NES port with a very limited release. At the time of this video, Bonk's Adventure has a market value of just under $500. The game was released for NES in 1993, a year which you may notice was well into the lifespan of the Super Nintendo, which itself launched in 1991. Because of this late launch and limited publicity, the game sold poorly and fell into obscurity, which I think you will find is a common theme for many of the titles on this list. Coming in at number 4, and my personal favorite on this list, is Panic Restaurant. Panic Restaurant is a food-themed 2D platformer in which the player takes on the role of Chef Cookie and must take back his own restaurant from his nemesis and rival chef, Odove. At the time of this video, Panic Restaurant, similarly to Bonk's Adventure, is valued right around $500. The game was published by Taito Corporation in 1992. A combination of scarcity and engaging gameplay have made this cult classic a prized collector's item. Next on the list at number 3, is the Flintstones Surprise at Dinosaur Peak. This title was also published by Taito well into the Super Nintendo lifespan in 1993. The game has a current market value of over $670. Rumor has it that this game was never sold in stores, but was rather a Blockbuster Video exclusive, available only for rental. If you've watched my Rarest Games on Nintendo 64 video, this story might sound a little familiar. Like Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cut and Stunt Racer 64, Dinosaur Peak had a very limited print run, and because of this limited run, it has become one of the hardest to find cartridges of the NES library. Alright, coming in at number 2 is Little Samson. Like Panic Restaurant and Dinosaur Peak before it, Little Samson is a 2D platformer published by Taito. Once again, this game saw a very late release when it hit store shelves in 1992. At the time of this video, Little Samson has a market value of nearly $1,200. Little Samson plays very much like the Mega Man series, and has a unique and engaging mechanic by which the player can swap between 4 characters on the fly and approach platforming segments with a variety of strategies. This is another title which became somewhat of a hidden gem in recent years, which, along with its very limited print run, has led to an ongoing surge in value. Finally coming in at first place, the rarest title on NES, Family Fun Fitness Stadium Events. Currently, Stadium Events has a staggering market value of over $9,000. No Dragon Ball Z references intended. Unlike the other titles in this list, Stadium Events was published in 1987 during the peak of the NES's success. However, in the wake of its launch, Bandai seemed to have caught Nintendo's eye. Just days after the game released, it was pulled from store shelves as Nintendo purchased the right to the title themselves, and rebranded the game as World Class Track Meet. This is also the origin of the NES Power Pad, which had originally been designed and produced by Bandai as the Bandai Family Fun Fitness Floor Pad. Kind of a mouthful. As a result, it's estimated that there may be less than 200 copies in existence, making it the rarest game ever released on the platform. Alright guys, that's about it. If you happen to be going through your attic and find one of these, you'll know who to thank. If you've enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to Nintendrew for all sorts of cool gaming content. Otherwise, feel free to share this video with any friends you think might find it interesting, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, here are a couple more videos you might like as well. I also want to let you know I've launched a Patreon page. If you enjoy my content and would like to get early access to my videos, as well as some other exclusive rewards, feel free to head over there and check it out. See you next time!